show right here. Pause.
Capitalize and master my striving for my equality. Story of a side untold is how it's going. Sit all my niggas behind bricks and heaven's gate. We hurting over here. Buildings building on lakes. Hyper Washington secluded from the rest of them. Addicted to the criminal life. Run with the best of them. Fans raided the turf and worse niggas ditched up. My hood's like Muhammad Ali, so we gon' get up. The greatest, so we heavily hated. I blow a kiss at you. Figure that's the least I can do, or not the best. Sneak deeper, still blood broken and drinking malt liquor.
Triton?
Yeah.
That's not 88.
Yeah, the big boy.
8 to 1,000.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How much?
800 to 1,000. I mean, just for like you got the CD thing in it too?
No, it has
The disc, floppy disk.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that's
zip.
old school.
That's the
Zip.
zip.
It's got
Yeah.
zip in it. 1,000, 800. I've seen a Triton in the pawn shop for 13. I'm like, ooh, you guys got that all wrong.
Wow.
And I have it for great. I got a whole setup. I got the Mac. I got run the Pro Tools. I was running DP4. This a bunch of shit I just bought and shit because I didn't want to pay for studio time no more. Like 4 years ago, paid for the shit. Got the
That's
house
what
and
killed
shit.
me. That's why I went and got my own.
Yeah.
I tried to make it. I just tried to figure it out, bro. No matter what. I was like, I'm not doing that, bro. I'll make my own. Fuck this shit, bro. No.
I mean, some cats was paying me studio time to like do maybe 1 or 2 songs.
My
to
DJ
really
Robin
learn
gets off,
how to
though,
run a
bro.
studio.
Let me
And
hear
then
some of
get
that
out of
beats
there.
you be
Buy a
making.
studio, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
see. But see, at the end of the day,
What's that? Like, oh man, it's mixed for. Oh really? How much that cost?
yeah, see, because everybody want to get their own because they don't.
Next thing
but
you
I'm
know,
like,
you're not coming back no more.
on some business shit, I'm like, man, we back on WKNZ Power 101.
Yeah.
We live. Still got RC the track, but we couldn't let it go, man.
Can't go nowhere.
It's too much game to soak up.
All day.
Get your sponge. We got Dro Man in the building. We got Robbie in the building.
Robbie.
We got Gangsta Nut in the building. He's in Exposed right now, man. We on this fresh vodka right now. Had to throw that out there. So he taking a break for right now, but we're gonna get him on the mic soon to be able to give us the business from an artist perspective.
Hey, because Nut knows the business, bro.
Most definitely, and I remember we did an interview RC a couple months ago that actually is gonna run on Emerald's magazine, the next issue.
Yeah.
That was extremely detailed, and we talked about acts that could have made it, should have made it, should have been bigger than they were.
Yeah.
And one of those projects you mentioned was actually the Checkmate album. And you know, my favorite album of all time was Save Me.
Save Me. That was an excellent album.
I used to listen to that on my way to church.
Yeah, we had. What?
I'd be on my way to church and I'm listening to Save Me.
We had a lot of fun. The times that I was involved in making that album, I had a lot of fun. I did the one song with King T, and we was in the studio. I was hearing him, man, and like King T ranked on me, dude, until I wanted to cry. he killed me, man. You know I ranked, but King T got at me. But that was a good time.
You know, me working with a lot. You know, I do most of my recording, majority, and all the album actually is recorded at Eden Records. Being able to clown and have fun in the studios is a big thing to me, you know. I'm able to approach the studio. When I get in there, I can leave all my worries behind, you know. I'm just focused on making music and having a good time. It's almost like a club atmosphere when we're in there. And I said in the recent interview that it's like Frankenstein and who is this designer? Doctor, you know. And that's almost like the type of relationship I have with my engineering, but he's Frankenstein. You know, I'm more putting him together. Hairline the same, everything. but that's my cousin. I don't know what they can talk about his hairline.
We go
back. But you know, that to be able to develop that type of relationship in the studio, I think that plays a large part in being able to make good music. And when you told me that atmosphere or what it was like when you guys were recording that album, it almost reflects in the actual material, the quality that was put out.
Yeah.
How important do you think that is in producing quality albums as far as the atmosphere?
When you're talking about Save Me, right?
Save Me.
With Save Me, there was one of the better CEOs behind that project. I think it's okay to mention the name, Dave Beaver of Point Side Records.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And that man, he was a lot smarter than the rest of us, you know, but he didn't outsmart us or anything. But he was a smart guy. And he would take, because he's taking self-titled, and he was just constructing those albums, you know. And, I mean, I love them guys to death, but, you know, they were young, you know, they were kind of everywhere. But he managed to get them together, man, and make a phenomenal album. You know, he was always coming to me, or see, he beats, and he would come to me, he was coming to beats. He would go to Sam Stevens, you know, and he would have all that stuff together. So, and then his next project was Gangsta Nut, and he did it the same way. You know, he called on us, we made it happen. You know, he got us to where we needed to be. You know what I'm saying? And he was always on time with the gas. To be honest, and that was really a factor when it came to us getting things done. You know, because at the time, being a producer was good. It was real good.
That's what, it was definitely slim pickings, but you were able to evolve and still with the emergence of technology and the wide availability of beats, you're still able to be choosy as far as who you want to produce for,
right?
Which is a big deal.
No, definitely, and that was one of those situations where, of course, the money was right and the project was right. You know what I'm saying? Because Gangsta Nut, at that time, really, you couldn't do any better as an artist and as a singer. Everything.
Yeah,
and he was killing it, and it was a pleasure to have him on your track.
Me and RC were actually, he pointed at me when he said that. We were having a long talking topics, and I said, a lot of talent.
Yeah.
A lot of talent, and I think some of that is he's not ready to share with the world to the extent that he's actually a phenomenal singer.
Phenomenal singer.
So he could probably put out a R&B album if he really wanted to.
He could.
And I just want the world to be aware that, you have somebody out there, he's giving you, he's appealing to a certain fan base.
Yeah.
But when he steps out of that circle, there's gonna be problems.
Oh, there's gonna be problems. He can do it. Man could,
we might have to dig Gerald Levert up to be able to compete with him. Gerald Levert, we might have to get Gerald Levert back.
That's the truth. That's the truth. One thing about this industry, you still have to be good.
Most definitely good. And I think for him to be able to withstand the test of time, just to steadily grind.
Yeah.
And that goes back to work ethic. You have to steadily grind. Your material has to be available. It has to be ready. It has to be able to be verified.
Yeah.
And that's material that dates back. What's that drop top? Was that 93?
He actually said it on my song.
That Frizz Vodka, they're sponsoring it this evening, and that they don't even know it. I see you with me?
I'm with you, bro.
So, I know you've done a lot of traveling, and I want to be able to touch on, and a lot of, and I say that as far as a lot of shows throughout the Northwest, throughout Washington. Tell me a little bit about the difference in the crowd in Seattle, Tacoma versus Eastern Washington. We're talking Yakima, we're talking Spokane. Once we get out where, the crowd's a little bit different. I did a couple shows in Yakima, and she was talking about that black and brown. Right. We had Mexicans were out there dancing, and it was crazy.
Every place has their hip hop scene. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that anybody who knows who's been to Eastern Washington or Oregon. Yeah. They know, they see a difference, you know what I'm saying?
Especially Oregon's the best kept secret.
Yeah, they love their hip hop. They love us. We show them as much love as we can when they come up here, because we have kind of a fickle crowd. But there's some Portland regulars that come up here, and get it in. You know what I'm saying? Because of the love that they get. So I mean, in Eastern Washington, you know, there's not as much saturation out there. So when they've always had love for us. They've always had love for us, like just for coming up there. You know, and they tried their best to support us on Yakima, Spokane, Tri-Cities, Pasco, stuff like that. So I mean, it's just a difference. Can I explain it? No. But you do get love.
It's crazy because we're so close.
Yeah.
Yet the mentality, the scene is completely different.
It's different.
And that's what I would want a hip hop. I love doing shows out there.
Definitely.
Because it's nothing but love. You could.
But they treat you like a star.
They do.
That's the bottom line. And you know, I mean, as an MC or as an artist, I mean, that's really what you want. You know, I mean, you don't crave it, but it just that's your gratification, right? Like, you know, if you do a show here, for example, that doesn't go too well, you know, and people just kind of, you know, they don't give you the love you want. I mean, if you go all the way out of town and get that, you don't want to go back.
And it makes it hard for you to rep your city as hard as we do.
Right, and we do when we go out here. I mean, I went to Eugene, and you know, with the big yellow O's on everything, you know what I'm saying? Green and yellow everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And it was, you know, they saw us coming, and, you know, we're DJing, we're playing the whole stuff, and they just loved us, you know what I'm saying? You know, they brought some alcohol with us today. they still loved us. So.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
They didn't even know us.
In Portland, that's
Portland,
a different place.
It's like Seattle. It's like Capitol Hill times 4. You know what I'm saying? Like they just like, you know, it's like, hey, just come kick it with us. You know,
and that's all they want. Portland is made up of you have a lot of strippers, you have exotic dancers,
right?
A
lot of independent business up there.
Yeah. I want to speak of it properly. What's the PC term? Independent business. That's the PC term.
Oh no.
Independent business. There's a lot of independent business. And I mean, it's like a different place to be. It's way different from Seattle. I don't want to compare it to the Bay. It's like it's a place of its own, but it's slept on though. Not a lot of people. If you haven't been out there and witnessed it, you're not gonna believe it. It reminds me of Canada, to where if you haven't experienced it, you're not gonna believe it.
I mean, I had a chance to once again back to the full circle, and I went down there to see some of my partners from Old Dominion that was living down there, and they, you know, I mean, they're eating off ANC. You know what I'm saying? And there was a group called Oracle's Creed that hadn't even gotten together in the same studio since I produced them in. I hate to say this, 95, 96, right? So I got them together up there, but it was like the song that we made was more of my experience. It wasn't just like, let's, you know, get you on track, you know what I'm saying? We'd be kicking it with them, it was me going here, going to this show, going to that show, you know, sitting at my man's house for a minute, you know, sitting in the studio, and then making a song. That's what I really love. And I've been going to Portland all my life, you know what I'm saying, for holidays, my mom's family down there, but I'd never experienced that part of Portland.
Yeah.
You know, I went to a show, I think it was the Souls of Mischief, and they, I mean, you know, like 50 people there, but they were the wildest 50 person crowd you ever seen, and they were, you know, they were just showing love. It was wonderful.
See, because you're able to look, you're able to be involved, and you're also able to sit back and watch, and kind of critique. What stands out from Old Dominion and the Macklemores and I guess I shouldn't put. Well, let's go in order then. Let's go Old Dominion. Let's go Blue Scholars. Let's go vintage hip hop. And you listen to a lot of new music too, though.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The MCs that are around today, can they compete
with what, the Old Dominion? And
with the vintage hip hop? Is it a lack of experience where they're unable to talk about certain things or relate words?
No.
Is it a lack of education, experience? What's stopping it?
It's an appeal.
Okay.
It's an appeal.
Money driven.
You know, some people, like the only negative thing that they can say about those guys is that they use this word safe, which means that black people and white people love you. That's what that means.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to a promoter who doesn't want to lose $10,000 on the show, then they get those guys and they get their money back. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, so you think it's not the amount of sales and the, I want to say their movement, do you think it's not dependent on the actual quality of their music?
Oh, yeah, that's I mean, like with Old Dominion, and see, I didn't even really start to get with those guys until a year and a half ago, when I started making a full circle, and I started, going to where they were and going to their shows, and I realized that, because all I know from Old Dominion was Oracle's Creed, but they made an organization that picked the cream of the crop of the cream of the crop. Because I think when I hooked up with them, their newest member, they said their newest member was like an experience.
Okay.
I mean, multifaceted, excellent artist all around. I didn't have a chance to personally meet him, but that's what I got from Old Dominion. So when you talk about the caliber of clique, for lack of a better word, then that's what you're competing with. I mean, it's an organization. It's tight. They got tight people taking them all around the world, all the time, and it's a team. And they eat. And I mean, not one of them, as far as I know, owns a fancy car or chain. But the kids eat.
Okay. So it's the movement, and I don't want to put you on the spot, RC, but I just want to kind of get an idea. I want to match talent for talent. Right. So I kind of want to see where we're at, because from artists' standpoint, also from the fans that are looking, they're like, okay, well, we don't like this music, or they're over here doing this, we're going to listen to this because that's what appeals to the masses. And I don't want to go too far out, so we're going to stick with like Old Dominion, Blues Scholars, Mac Lamar, Sean Collins.
Right.
Lyrical content. Are there artists that are matching them lyrically here in Washington State?
Okay, I can't speak for Washington State. I can only talk about the Northwest, like Seattle.
Okay.
Where I've constantly been.
RC
South End, CD, a little bit of Tacoma, Federal. I mean, that's where I can speak from.
Okay.
Capitol Hill.
Capitol Hill.
A little bit out north.
We own it, though.
So you're asking me.
Sorry, State.
You're asking me.
We own it.
With those guys getting all this attention, who else can